I remember one of the quotes which I'll never forget of His Highness, when the racing started and somebody asked him in an interview, so what is your feeling? He says, I feel I have brought the horse back home. Those words I'll never forget. He said, we will have racing here such high level that the whole world will come and watch. Zabil Stables was the first seat of horses in Dubai. It was here he had his horses. It is here he had his hobby, a little with his friends, riding around and mock races and all that.
Well, I've been in Zabil, part of Zabil stable, over 10 years now. I've been in Dubai. This is probably my 20th year coming to Dubai. I came to Dubai originally, I was an apprentice jockey, and I worked for Said bin Sarour for 3 months in the winter time. And it was then that my first year I came to Dubai I love this place. You know, this was 20 years ago. It was just something about the country, the people, you know, they're warm-hearted. They just welcomed me from the minute I came, and I loved the place.
في البداية أقول إنه الفكرة بتاعت كأس دبي العالمي جاءت في مارس 1995. كانت بالتزامن مع كأس الفرسان للتحدي العالمي اللي فازت فيه الإمارات في دورته السادسة. وفي ذلك الوقت سيدي صاحب السمو الشيخ محمد بن راشد آل مكتوم جاءته الفكرة وقال إحنا بصدد عمل سباق عالمي يجمع كل الفرسان. ومن ذلك الوقت بدأت الفكرة، ومن ثم أقيم أول سباق في عام 1996 على مضمار ند الشبا، وفي الوقت الحالي طبعا أصبح مضمار ميدان.
This is the highlight of the weekend, and I am very pleased and proud to see so many people from around the world to come and participate in the horse racing here in Meydan, in new Meydan.
والثقة أعطانا الشيخ محمد الله يطول عمره، وبننجح المواطنين ودعم حق الجوكية وحق المواطنين اللي هم المدربين، وهذا الشيء إذا ما في دعم من الحكومة ما تنجح. فالحمد لله هاي وصلت لهذا المستوى.
When I came over in 1993, we had a jockey challenge, and the racing was just growing. And then the first year of the World Cup was Cigar's year. Cigar, a great horse from America, came over and kind of put racing on the international stage over here. The Maktoum family have done an unbelievable job promoting Dubai and promoting the World Cup over the years. But that first night of the World Cup, I was working with Satish, and I was a head man at his place, and they needed all of us to take different jobs, and I was in charge of driving the ambulance that night for the World Cup. And to be able to race horses as a trainer in the World Cup, from driving the ambulance in the first one's pretty special.
طبعا هناك يتم اختيار وتقييم نوعية من الخيول اللي تشارك في السباقات العالمية، سواء في أوروبا أو أمريكا، في اليابان، استراليا أو هونغ كونغ. فيتم تقييمها خلال الموسم الأوروبي اللي يبتدي من شهر أبريل إلى شهر ديسمبر نهاية السنة. هنا طبعا الخيول تخضع لسباقات كبرى أو متوسطة. هنا يتم اختيار الأفضل منها جلبها إلى دبي. معظم الخيول أو كل الخيول اللي بتيجي من أوروبا عندما تقضي الشتاء في دبي تكون جاهزة للمشاركة. طبعا هناك في سباق السوبر ساتردي اللي بيكون يوم السبت. طبعا 3 أسابيع قبل الورلد كاب هني هذا الميتنج هذا يتم اختيار الافضل، افضل الخيول اللي موجوده في الاسطبل تشارك في الميتنج هذا، في السباقات هذه يتم اختيار افضلها المشاركه في كاس العالم.
Dubai World Cup كان وراه الشيخ محمد شخصي يتابع كل ديتيل يصير فيه. الله يطول عمره، هو فارس أصلا يعني كثير ما يعرفون الشيخ محمد، يشوفونه بس في الماراثون الشيخ محمد يعني من نعومة تظافره ويركب خيل. فتخيلي يعني رجل بهذا المستوى من الخبرة ومن المكانة أني يعني يمسك كل الديتيل أكيد بيرفعه.
As a jockey, it's very hard to have the family life and the passion and to be fully focused on your racing career. And the one thing the UAE and Dubai and Abu Dhabi and everything about the UAE's racing calendar provided me. It provided me with the two most important things in my life, where it was racing and being a jockey and my family. And we have 4 days a week, but I have time now with my kids. The teachers know me, at the school. They didn't know me when I was living in England.
It is looked upon as the sort of pinnacle, really, isn't it? It is the most valuable race in the world, for one thing, and because of being the most valuable, it gets the best horses. And in consequence, there we have what is the pinnacle of racing in the world today. I mean, you win other races, prestigious races like derbies, but the Dubai World Cup is different. It's a different status.
Gates back racing in race number 7, and away fairly well team meeting out wide. Also first down with good speed, and Mears is driving through over on the inside.
Everybody gets a fair chance, and if he's considered good enough, he'll be invited. And if the owners think they're ready to go and take a chance in a race in the desert, running in the sand, fine, they'll come, don't worry.
Also Kachow is running on empty first down. It's absolutely spent. Going to it is Kachow on the outside. Tobacco finishes on. They go down the wire. Kachow freshened up, takes the money. Second Tobacco, third in first down. The gauge was empty when it hit the 200 metres.
عالمي كخبراء هناك فيه الحصان لمستويات، يتم فيه مثلا الريتنج. طبعا كاس العالمي ما في حصان يدخل السباق الا من 115 ومن فوق. هي العالم تحب تشوف النخبه الافضل المشاركه في بسيط كاس العالم.
Followed by greatest hits mathematics, while back was team meeting, and a long last was still life.
From the minute I stepped off the plane 20 years ago, I've just been very warm-hearted, and I've got to thank the Maktoum family for giving me the opportunity to ride here, because without them and creating the racing here, I wouldn't be here. So I'm very, very fortunate, very privileged, and I'm proud to have not only seen Dubai racing grow, but the country grow as well, because I was here when there was very little around.
دبي وورلد كاب اليوم من أفضل السباقات في العالم كلاسيكية. تعرفين إن في 5 سباقات كلاسيكية في العالم، أقدمها الكينج جورج والداربي، كنتاكي داربي، وآرك قوس النصر. لكن يمكن عمر دبي وورلد كاب يكون عمره بس تقريبا 22 سنة، لكن جوائزه واللي حضروا السباق هذا يرفع من مستوى هذا السباق.
The Dubai World Cup has evolved a lot since we started. The original racetrack Nad Al Shiba became too small for the size of the group that we were looking at, and we launched Meydan in 2010. Since we've launched Meydan, there's been a lot of growth. It's been a very rapid transition.
It was a great vision of His Highness and the team to develop a 10-race program of international handicaps and group races leading to the Dubai World Cup. And it's very important, and it has made an opportunity for us in the DRC stables, our owners from overseas that participate in our stables throughout the year, earned the opportunity to get horses into the carnival and also World Cup night. And that's quite evident by the first year of the carnival. There was probably maybe 1 or 2 horses that were even considered, but now we've got multitude of horses from all the DRC stables participating on World Cup night, and we're very proud of them for that. Well, Super Saturday is what we call the dress rehearsal for Dubai World Cup, but it's also it's a great way for an opportunity of a horse that's not been invited yet the chance to reach that invitation by winning or competing very good on Super Saturday. So there is a lot of decisions that are made after the Super Saturday program because horses are what we call on the bubble. They haven't been chosen yet. They're on the verge, but they just need one good performance, and we use that night as a stepping stone for them to get in.
Dubai World Cup's all about planning. The planning for World Cup starts the day after it finishes the year before. So we've been planning for the last year. Now we're moving into the stage where we're heavy onto setup and getting everything ready for the guest arrival.
We have so much to offer in that day that the guest comes to. We've got some fantastic hospitality, great entertainment, the world's richest racing right in front of you. A quite impressive venue here at Meydan, and it's just star-studded, high-energy, fun day. I think there's not really anything that you can not like about the Dubai World Cup from the guest side. Hopefully everybody has a good day.
Hospitality menus in the UAE generally tend to be very large, sort of grazing menus, and the nature of racing, it's a large menu, it's on service for a long time. A lot of the work that we do is buffet. We only have one plated restaurant for World Cup. So a lot of the work is buffet, so the menu is big. It covers a wide range of international foods, from Arabic to Asian to international, and so there's something there for everybody.
The team is doubling up for the World Cup. So during the race season we have 63 chefs, and for the World Cup itself it goes from between 120 to 140. Because it's so many locations as well to cater for, because we're catering around 20 locations in the grandstand on that day, and so therefore the whole team is spread out. It's not only the grandstand itself, it's as well the hotel, because in the hotel we cater here for our guests in as well, because guests will book the big suites, will sit on the balcony and watching the race, or sitting on the terraces the whole stretch of the building, so there will be around 700-900 guests only sitting on the terrace as well. So for these people we have to cater, and then afterwards straight away it goes on again with the after parties in the different areas which we have to cater for, and as well the next morning, so the guests have the same experience as it on the World Cup day as well.
Well, we offer hospitality in the grandstand for 18,000 people. Now, we can't cover all those people ourselves, so we need to partner with some key hospitality professionals in Dubai to help us. Our direct operation will look after around 6,000 people direct for VIP hospitality. On top of that, also we have the retail areas of the grandstand where guests will come, pay entry, and then be on the grandstand apron where they can buy their food and beverages on the day. And there's probably around about 20,000 people.
The pillars of pulling together an event of this size really depends on communication and planning.
We are bringing in this year 56 international, European event managers, hotel F&B managers, and also we're bringing in 278 hotel students, which will form a backbone to our operation. And on top of that, we're down to some local part-time resource as well.
Well, the team varies. There's a lot of team members that are involved, from Meydan to Dubai Racing Club to Emirates Racing Authority. You know, it's a full-fledged outfit of dedicated people that put a lot of hours into developing the Dubai World Cup. And there's many obstacles that you face, of course, throughout the season that you have to challenge, that creates a challenge. And that a lot of it has to do with the international horses, you know, the shippers, the owners, the connections, and getting that field together. It takes a lot of hard work and good team to get those field together, and then you need the support of the owners that are participating. You know, it's their money, it's their opportunity to perform on the big stage, and we appreciate their effort and their time that they put into it, and the trainers and the whole stable staff. You know, it's a multitask to travel around the world with your best animal to compete on us, and we appreciate that, and the country merits that. You know, we look forward to that event, and we look forward to the challenge.
Yeah, the menu is always it's always a challenge, because we have to match all kind of qualities and the very high standards which these guests are actually expecting from such a race. Because what we are doing, we are only catering the top VIPs of the World Cup. And that's the reason it's a small number, 6,500 to 7,000 guests, but these are the top VIPs which we are catering there for here. And So that's the reason we always order the top quality products around the world. And it's a little bit sometimes a challenge to get these things in on time.
So it really is about making the offer fully international. It's looking at the food offer. It's looking at different language speakers, whether it's Arabic. We have a lot of Chinese guests coming. We have Japanese guests coming with runners in the Dubai World Cup. So it is really an international plan.
وايد بريشر، يعني ضغط كبير. هذا صار ما يصير اكسيدنت، الناس بتجي، النقل بيجي، السبونسر، تو انترتين سبونسر، تو انترتين ذا يعني الاودين، شيء صعب يعني. فاعتقد ان الضغط على كاس دبي العالمي 1000 times more.
We can't delay the World Cup because we're not quite ready. We have to be ready on the 31st of March when the gates open. There's no going back. So as with all events, it's quite high pressure from, you know, a couple of weeks out. So there's a lot of pressure to make sure that the day is delivered to the guests.
There is no room for any wrongdoing. So everything has to be on time, everything has to be top notch. And for sure there is a few sleepless nights before as well, because we do not really cater only on that particular day. We have other functions to cater for as well, which all these people which are coming are involved and come for to eat. So we have to make sure from these days on everything runs perfectly.
Pressure is something how you manage it, and our team is a small team but a very powerful team in how they prepare and work, and I'm very proud to be part of them and work with them. We've got a great board that just gives us the great leadership to give that dedication and time and effort, and pressure is just something how you manage it and how you can position it to be a positive and not a negative.
We're managing under Maidan. There's a multitude of different departments that come together to pull the Dubai World Cup off, to be honest. From our side, we're in the corporate communications and event side of things. We also have the stables, the tractor driver, the chef, the waiter. So everybody has to come together on this one day. And to be honest, it's quite a small window. We're not like Royal Ascot or Melbourne Cup when we have 5 days to stagger our guests. We have from 12 o'clock noon until maybe 12 o'clock midnight to get up to 80,000 people into the venue, run 9 races, and then get all the entertainment going, and then have everybody out safely as well. So it's quite an intense schedule.
It's a job we love, you know. It's a job it's a challenge, you know, and to maintain that level of integrity and expertise and the quality of fields that we have and the entertainment that we have, the day we present, you know. Horse racing is something that is very unique. It is so different than any business in the world because we deal in human and animal, and they're the two great things in the world. And when you mix them together, it's just a unique experience. And I would always say that as much as the trainers and horsemen compete against each other, day in and day out, they would be locked in arms to fight a way to help one another. And so it's a very unique family that is close-knit and an experience that once you get involved, you can feel that experience grow with you.
The hopes for the season is that we have a fantastic World Cup, okay, that we have beautiful weather, and that everything goes fantastic and well, and everybody will be happy and will coming back to watch again Dubai World Cup.
I look forward to it running smoothly. I look forward to walking out the door at the end of the night and with a sense of achievement. And I look forward to it running smoothly. When it gets to the Dubai World Cup, the actual race is the last race of the day. I can stand there and I can watch the race and I can enjoy it myself as well.
Well, I think you want a guest to feel no different than anywhere they go, any hotel, any restaurant. We want them to experience enjoyment, happiness, success, and fun. And we want them to have give them the best food, the best entertainment, enjoy the greatest horses in the world on that night, and go home and say that next year I'm coming back.
في فعاليات كبيرة في اليوم هذا. وفي شركات البيتنج اللي خارج الدولة بعد أيضا تتابع، وشركات التلفزيونات تراهن على نقل هذا الحدث. أيضا الجوائز الموجودة فيه، يعني في جوائز كبيرة في هذا اليوم. الحدث للي يهتمون بالرياضات وخاصة الخيل حدث كبير ينتظرونه يعني.
حتى في دول الشرق الأوسط ما في سباق يصل بهذا الرقم. السباق العالمي ليس سباق للخيل، هو سباق للموضة والأناقة، سباق للأطفال، سباق للكبار، وفيه حفل ساهر، يعني كله هو نوع من حفل يهم الجميع كلهم، وهو له برستيج كبير.
I'm a presenter and a producer on Dubai Racing Channel. I've been the lead English language presenter since about 2009, 2010. So we get to do things like come to beautiful stables like Zabil and film in the mornings. Obviously film at Meydan a lot as well, interviewing owners, trainers and jockeys and putting together a studio programme once a week and a live broadcast as well. So it's a fantastic job. I absolutely love it.
يعني إعلاميا أنا أعتقد بأنه تم الترويج له بصورة مميزة جدا من خلال دعوة كثير من الإعلاميين من خارج العالم. وقناة دبي ريسينج هي القناة الحصرية التي تنقل السباق إلى القنوات العملاقة الأخرى مثل MBC الأمريكية.
Well, I think on the grand scale of it, we have everything from smaller media covering to CNN. So like there's also there's the breadth of media from around the world that comes in. You have companies like, or from Japan, locally obviously they have a huge media presence here. America has a huge presence here, and it also is reliant on the animals actually running. They come from different countries, so it naturally draws in those markets.
Again, so it looks like he's going to be the last to load or close to a dream castle. Going forward in the Godolphin blue. Heavy metals right out the back as well. Now Daily Bulletin coming along.
600 مليار مشاهد يشاهدون هذه السباقات، خصوصا في يوم كأس دبي العالمي. عندما يحين كأس دبي العالمي تبدأ جميع محطات التلفزة والإعلام المكتوب والتلفزيونات في رصد أهم الأحداث، أهم الأبطال القادمين للمشاركة.
If you go to the track work in the morning during the week with the media, you'll see representatives from Japan, from Hong Kong, from the United States, sometimes Korea and Singapore, France, Ireland, England, Australia. It's just, they're everywhere and they're coming. I mean, if the horses are there, the media's there as well.
أنا أعتقد بأنه النظرة هي رياضية اجتماعية، أيضا التقاء اجتماعي من خلال التقاء جميع ملاك العالم، مدربين الفرسان. يمكن احنا في السابق كنا نسمع أو نقرأ عن ملاك وعن مدربين وعن فرسان، ولكن شاهدناهم في كرنفال كأس دبي العالمي وفي الليلة الكبيرة مشاهير.
This year we have a pretty exciting narrative, in my opinion, because we have a few champions all meeting together for the first time with so many questions to answer.
علية القوم دائما تأتي لمشاهدة هذا السباق. أنا أعتقد ما في يعني هم ما يرغبوا في الكسب المادي زي ما بيرغبوا في الترويج إلى دبي كعاصمة للسباقات، خصوصا في هذه الفترة التي تتوقف فيها السباقات. وبالفعل نجحت الفكرة بصورة مميزة جدا جدا، وأصبحت الخيول بعد ذلك تأتي من كل بقاع العالم.
Immortalized might have got a little bit of a shave up there. Henry went through near the inside, press through him out very wide, and back of the tail is Busker.
For me, I just want people who are genuinely interested in the event, whether it's from an entertainment perspective or a sports perspective or fashion or whatever it is, who are looking to actually indulge into the event and write about it.
I wouldn't want to be too much of a robot, if you like. I think a bit of emotion in broadcasting is good, but certainly we should be impartial, and that's something that we do strive to be. But if it's friends involved, if it's horses, I know we do struggle a little bit with that sometimes.
Quarter behind at 23.9. St Joe Bay went up to be second, Morowitch third.
It's like going to a party. You can enjoy yourself while you're at the party, but if nobody's talking about it afterwards, then it really didn't happen, did it?
I mean, you know, he's obviously an impressive winner at the beginning of the trial. For some reason, Goldtown's done enough to justify his slot into the UAE Derby, you know.
حاليا دبي معروفة في كل بقاع العالم. تسأل أي واحد يقول لك أنت من وين؟ تقول له من دبي. أوه أنتوا أهل الخيل. فبقى صارت هي معروفة بصورة مميزة جدا جدا. جوائز المالية بدأت ب4 مليون دولار، وصلت حاليا الجائزة الأولى ل10 مليون دولار. هذا مبلغ مميز جدا. إجمالي الجوائز التي تقام في يوم كأس دبي العالمي الختامي هي أكثر من 30 مليون دولار، لذا يعتبر هو أغنى وأفضل سباق في العالم، قاطب حتى أفضل من البريدرز كابس.
Here he comes. Arrogate up into gate number 9. Has the button. Gates fly. They're racing in the Dubai World Cup, and Gold Dream slow to move, and Arrogate is last. At the end of the first 100 metres, Arrogate last as they charge down to the judge the first time. Long River has swept to the lead. Gun Runner is second past the judge, Neolithic third.
كأس دبي العالمي 30 مليون دولار في ال9 سباقات، متضمنة 8 سباقات للخيول المهجنة الأصيلة وسباق واحد للخيول العربية الأصيلة، وهو سباق كحيلة كلاسيك.
2 lengths away Apollo Kentucky, Furia Cressada deep move up in the middle, a length to Gold Dream, a length to Opportunity, 1.5 to Arrogate.
I hope that we have a fair night of racing for the Dubai World Cup. I certainly hope that we have a safe night of racing, everyone comes back in one piece is the number one priority for everybody.
Arrogate's out wide now. He's being asked to improve, but he's still 8 lengths off the lead.
And I really hope that Dubai World Cup does what it's always done, which is shows Dubai racing off in a great light. Ideally, if we can have a mix of nationalities winning. We've got a lot of support from the Japanese. They bring a huge amount of supporters with them, so it's always good if they have a winner.
1.5 lengths to move to Hedge, and here comes the big A. Arrogate on the outside. Gun Runner in front of Neolithic, but Arrogate swoops up on the outside. America's King Croesus of horse racing went to the front. 200 metres left to go. Arrogate has drawn away from Gun Runner. A is for Arrogate. A is for Absolute Superstar. A is for Anointing. Have we seen the anointing of the man of war of the 21st century? Arrogate, a brilliant winner of the Dubai World Cup from Gun Runner and Neolithic.
America as well, the headline horse in the Dubai World Cup, West Coast. He's trained in America. I'd love for him to win because he's probably going to be the best horse in it. And then it would be fantastic if we could have a win for one of our local trainers, maybe here at Zabeel Stables. Satisha's got some really nice chances on the night. And of course, Godolphin, our Dubai's team. Everybody knows where the Blues support Godolphin. We need a Godolphin winner as well because the crowd really sort of latch on to those. They love a Godolphin winner. So if we can have all of those elements, perhaps a European winner as well would be very nice, then that would make for the perfect Dubai World Cup for me.
صدقيني أنه أنا بالنسبة لي مو الفوز قد ما to enjoy السبورت هذا وأن يعني وتقابل ناس وتشوف ناس، هي مناسبة تتحول إلى مناسبة اجتماعية أيضا.
عندهم شغف، يعني لو تلاحظي في مختلف عمارات الدولة فيها مضامير في الشارقة، في أبو ظبي، في العين، يعني في أصبح اهتمام كبير جدا. زادت عدد الاسطبلات في الدولة، المدربين، الفرسان، وحتى أصبحت صناعة.
فأعرف الاندستري اللي قايمين عليها، يعني سمول اندستري، 170 180 فحل. they generate millions وملايين الهكتارات من الأراضي حول العالم، من أمريكا، أوروبا، أيرلندا، بريطانيا، نيوزيلند، أستراليا. اليوم صار إمبراطورية يعني، وهذا الشيء اللي رفع مستوى الإمارات أو شهرها الإمارات، مش الكورة أو شيء ثاني يعني. فإنك تجي وتعمل سباق وترفعه إلى كلاسيكي يحضرون فيه إليت أوف إليت، وكل سنة هم يجون، والجمهور من بدل 10 ولا 20,000 يوصل 70,000، يعني يضاهي بعض المضامير الأوروبية الكلاسيكية اللي توصل بس 40,000. أعتقد هذا إنجاز ما يصير إلا بعمل 11 شهر لهذا اليوم يعني.
The Dubai World Cup was, initially set up as a marketing tool for Dubai to bring people here. It was part of the big plan to get Dubai on the map. I think it's been very, very successfully done. Everybody knows Dubai now. But it's not done without support from the big industry. We have Emirates Airline as our main premier partner within our bank of partners, and they do so much for us. We ship our horses through Emirates, we ship our people through Emirates, we have horses arriving, they're filming the horses coming off. It's all very locked in together, and without the support of our partners like Emirates and Longines and Azizi Group, we've got so many lovely partners that we work with, then we wouldn't be able to present the same level of show that we have, so it is very integral for the event.
يوم أخذ إجازة وما ودي أسير، أبوي ودي أرجع، أبوديني يعني صحوط ويا الناس، أروح عند عيالي ويهني يا زين. وايد يعني مشكلة هذه، حد الخير مشكلة.
وسبحان الله يعني الخيل نحن عندنا يعني المسلمين من الأشياء اللي يحبب لك إياها غصب يعني، فصعب انك تتخلى منها once you are in، يعني خلاص انت في الشغله صعب انك تطلع منها، هوايه جدا تمتلك صاحبها يعني. فهذه من احد الاسباب عند كل العالم اليوم، ملايين الناس اللي عندهم خيل من دخلوا في الخيل صعب يطلعوا منه.
Nobody knows what's going to win. Everybody has his own idea of the winner, but until they get out there on the track and the gates open, they don't know. You go down in front of the golf club there today, you'll find 2,000 or 3,000 people, 2,000 or 3,000, all sitting out having their lunches and everything and looking at the watches, waiting for the first race to start at 5 o'clock, They've made their selections and they've submitted their tickets, free to enter tickets, and then the club very generously give a dividend, There is a chance of winning something.
There's a lot of expectations. You are running the region's biggest event, so people do have high expectations. We want them to have a good day, and the pressure does mount. It does mount up.
نحن في الإمارات يعني عندنا الحكومة الله يطول في أعمارهم إنهم يصرفون في عدة رياضات. طبعا للاسف نحن مش دوله كرويه، مع ان يصطفون وايد. انا اشوف ان الخيل هي اللي وصلت الامارات العالميه، هي اللي بدأت تعمل يعني عن طريق طيران الامارات، عن طريق الخيول والمشاركات الدوليه اللي يشاركون.
It is accessible for over 3 billion people on this earth. So it is, you have to be proud of it, like, look, we are part of that. The whole world is watching. It's a proper World Cup.
إذا أنت ما تفوز على العالمية ما بيعرفونك، الحين يعرفونك أن في مواطنين يقدرون يدربون ويوصلون لمستوى عالي. أنا وايد لي مهمة، ليش؟ أني أنا مدرب مواطن إماراتي، ونفتخر أن بسبب صاحب السمو الشيخ محمد بن راشد يوم نحن متواجدين المواطنين ويا العالميين، فهاي فخر لنا نحن وفخر للشيخ محمد، أن الشيخ محمد هو اللي أعطانا الثقة ووصلنا في هذا المستوى.
دبي وورلد كاب يعني السباق مهم عالمي، طبعا مهم للعرب، للأجانب، لمحبي الخيل، للخيول أنفسها، المجربين، الجوكية، الملاك. طبعا هذا اهتمام عالمي كبير جدا، يعني في جميع دول العالم تنقل السباق هذا، كل الأنظار كلها منصبة عليه.
وأنا حالي حال أي إنسان آخر في هذا الشيء، حلمي أن أكون فيه في كأس دبي العالمي.
There was a gentleman owner the other night in Dubai. He had his winner, his horse won its first race. And the interviewer said, well, what's the plan? And he said, there's no other plan. We're thinking of a World Cup in a few years' time. I mean, that's the way it is, you know.
This region has the ability to sort of feel central and welcome to everywhere else. You can always come into Dubai no matter where you're from. And once you get here, you feel like you're just immersed in a sort of cultural mixing pot, you know, like a melting pot, and you always feel like that there's a place for everyone.
The main thing about the World Cup is it is international. There's a lot of great meets throughout the world, Ascot, Breeders' Cup, Epsom Derby Week. I mean, you can think of Melbourne Cup Week. But to be, it's truly, truly international. And I think it's a great thing for racing. We have horses coming from so many different continents and countries. It's fantastic.
ما أنا أشكر إدارة هيئة الإمارات للسباقات على القائمين على هذا السباق العالمي اللي هو مفخر لكل العالم. اليوم لو تروحين أي ميدان في العالم ما في ميدان مثل نجمة الميادين، يعني اللي هي ميدان.
Originally, I mean, having a World Cup in the middle of the desert was not the done thing, and perhaps it made a lot of people think the best race in the world in the middle of the desert. But they came and they saw, and they were won over by the quality of the race, the quality of the management, the quality of the prize money also, of course, which is an added incentive. And in consequence, that's why the World Cup is probably at the top of the tree at the very moment in a prestigious status.
It's not just important to us, it's important to everybody who comes here. And it's excitement, and it's everybody's on the bucket list that we need to win one of the races on the Dubai World Cup Day, at least one, and start with the others following. And that's what I want and everybody else wants.
اليوم صار دبي وورلد كاب من أفضل 3 سباقات في العالم على كل السباقات اللي موجودة، اللي توصل جوائزها أكثر من 60 أو 70 مليار اندستري في العالم كله. دبي وورلد كاب one of the top 3 in the world.
This is the biggest day in the UAE, the biggest day in Dubai racing history. You know, this is the main day. And to me, this is my biggest day. This is the one race. This is the biggest race in the world. And it's the one race I've always wanted to win.
I think the Dubai World Cup has established itself as a very prominent, world-class night. And it's the richest day of $30 million in purses. But I think what's more important is it is one of the most unique days of where you can, for handicapping and for international competition, where we have so many countries competing on that night, to get a barometer of how your horse competes at that level in that country. So it's a unique night that will continue to strive, and I think individual horsemen and individual owners and trainers, media that cover and watch these races and participate, give us the best word around the world of the night to experience.